welcome. This is Sahara playing Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. I went and installed the DLCs, and since I did, I went back and changed, started my game again, got up to where I ended at with my last episode, but I changed my character a little bit. I got the class, all that. I just changed the way she looked. I gave her ponytail and I changed the color of her outfit. Nothing too drastic. But because I now have the DLC, I have a pet with me, which I didn't have before. And since I can't wear hats, oh, and I should have done that, Eater now has this cool looking captain's hat, which is supposed to give him something, grants captain's eye, which is, while not blanked, the wearer has resistance to perception afflictions. That's during combat only. So he looks very dashing in his new hat. Anyway, so let us go. We are going on to a new part of the map. Looking for civilization. And I noticed when I went through my first episode that even though I had turned down the music and the background noises, it was still really loud. So I went and tried to do it again. I turned it down even more. So the Forgotten Sanctum has been installed. You will automatically begin the first quest of this adventure when you receive a visitor up on the high seas after having progressed far enough through Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire to access the Forgotten Sanctum. Okay. Seeker, Slayer, Survivor has been installed. You will automatically begin the first quest of this adventure when the steward contacts you after you have progressed far enough through Pillars, okay? So this is where I was wondering when we were going to get this kind of map. Okay, so this is where we are at. It is mid-spring. Alrighty. So I guess I'm just walking here. Looks like there's something here for me to get into. Oh, hardtack. I picked it up. Okay. This is different. Can't get past the river. Okay, so I'm... Corn... Ionut's Fork. Must be getting dark. Yeah, I see the time is progressing up there. Okay, so... What is this? In the distance, you see a simple wagon. The angle at which it rests on the road, one side jutting above the other, suggests that it has been damaged or disabled. Even from your vantage, you can make out kith milling around it. Well, let's sneak closer to observe, right? As you near the cart, you make out a group of Resarian pilgrims in rough-spun linens and cottons. A single draft horse stamps at the ground impatiently as two of the pilgrims argue over the front right wheel, which seems hopelessly stuck in the mud. So we were able to do that because of stealth. Well, let's go ahead and approach them. One of the pilgrims notices you. Her step back draws the attention of the others, and a man in well-worn gabston steps forward. The weight of deep concern hangs on his face. Did the dreams bring you here as well? The other pilgrims look to you with a mix of apprehension and hope. Dreams? Okay, I'm clicking, but nothing is happening. Oh, this always does this when I first start clicking on stuff in this game. When I first open it. We are farmers, came from Rediciris to work the colony fields here. We're believers, all to the one, in the light of Aethys. Redicirians, Deerwood's neighbor to the north. Redicirian is a nation firmly rooted in its... Yeah, okay. The other pilgrims nod fervently in agreement. A woman with a smiling baby lifts the infant's hand to wave. We've been having dreams. 3 stars sailing through the sky, piercing the black of a storm cloud. I figured it must be him, Aethys, calling to us, so we came here, to the place we saw in our dreams. The pilgrims look around, matching their sleeping memory to the present. We saw the giant pass with 3 stars on his brow, but... He sighs and gestures to the wagon stuck in the mud. Sad to say, we cannot follow him. Wheels stuck as stuck gets. None of us are strong enough to lift that corner up to get something under it. More than one of us tries, and we just get in each other's way. The other pilgrims nod and stretch, suddenly remembering their aching bodies. Hand over whatever valuables you've got? No. Okay. Well, let's inspect the wagon. Let me take a look. A brief inspection reveals that the wagon is undamaged, but the wheel is stuck fast in the mud. We have some wood, the old man says as he gestures to the back of the wagon. If we can get the wheel up, we can slide that beneath it. Inside the wagon, you see several planks of wood. A small box of valuables sits to the side. One of the younger Donistra looks at you, eyes wide. Darwinians, whatever, look at you, eyes wide. Reckon you can lift it. Attempt to steal the strong box. Well, let me see. I've got might. Attempt to lift the corner of the wagon. Let's do a deer. A deer squares themselves himself to the wagon's corner, squats deep, and rests the wheel up from the mud with a grunt. Young Dunstar stands in shock for a moment, reacting just in time to thrust a thick board beneath the wheel. It takes the better part of an hour to lay down a safe path for the wagon to roll free of the mud. The laboring Dawnstar's gesture with sweating, belapping... The laboring Dawnstar's glisten with sweat, belap happily as they sing songs of praise for Aethys. So I got what? This is might. 15. Wow, okay. Eater, alright, so 2 hours passed. Smiling, their leader presses a small pouch of coins into your hand. We appreciate the help. Without you, who knows how long we would have been stranded out here. And begin to prepare the wagons as you take your leave. Result, you have gained an item. 15 times silver Fleming, and this item was put into your stash. Okay. The old man calls out to you as you go. Take care of yourself and your soul traveler. Whether you came through Aethys or not, we know in our hearts that he has come for us. Really? Okay. I suppose I could have, killed him or something. Stolen their money, but why? So it's up here. Oh, look, do we have something we can do up here? Ah, I got fresh fruit. Okay, here's a port. This is totally different than the other. So this is trying to tell me there's going to be a fight over this way, right? Oh, here's the bridge to get over. Well, we need to get to the closest. We need to get to the closest town. Let's go over here first. And we can go from there. Port Maje. Okay. Port Maje Harbor. Midsummer 2828. Oops, that is not what I meant to do.
Better see what that crowd's about.
Is there a crowd? Look there, it's a... I didn't get to hear what he said.
What if the giant comes this way?
Please, everyone stay calm.
Okay, so they are aware of the giant, are they? The man in the center of attention appears to be fielding impulse inquiries from both the gaggle of townsfolk gathered around the platform and a rather severe-looking Amana woman standing just beside him. Must be her over here.
Please, everyone remain calm. I assure you I will do everything in my power to get you the answers you need. Our friends among the Huana.
Huana, that's how they pronounce it. A tribal civilization primarily comprised of island Amana, which has thrived in the Deadfire for thousands of years. Though largely decentralized, the Huana share common values steeped in mythology and a sense of guardianship over the isles they call home.
Have offered you hospitality and safety from the storms.
The Awana woman holds her arms. Storm Speaker. All these names.
Yes, I think we are all keenly aware of the debt of gratitude we owe to the...
I have personally seen to the safety of your homes. Now you will do the same for our families.
What about our families?
What about the ships? How are we supposed to feed ourselves?
Okay.
If everyone would...
As Clario's gaze sweeps across the crowd, it falls upon you, where it remains. A few more heads turn to see what has caught the governor's attention. So you I-spied me, huh?
It's one of the pirates.
What? At this alarmed cry, the whole of the crowd turns to regard you. A startled, expectant hush falls upon the gathered throng. My ship ran aground, just south of here. I need help. Look around. Where? Yeah. It's one of the pirates. I'm not a pirate.
Everyone stay calm. I think it's clear our guest is nothing of the sort. 2 of my guards reported a ship flying deer wooden colors, fallen prey to a private vessel. That would be your ship, I assume.
The crowd quiets somewhat at that, though you still find yourself the target of a few glares.
That would make her lucky. Your own vessels do not usually fare so well.
The woman regards you with bland curiosity.
Quite.
I just need some repairs and I'll be on my way. If I was all that lucky, I wouldn't have crashed here. Yeah. So if I was all that lucky, I wouldn't have crashed here.
Perhaps not, but I suspect some good can come of this.
Can it?
Percam Blanca, everyone, forgive me. I believe this matter requires my attention. You have my word that I will keep you apprised of any changes.
Her Avalian term meaning literally for mercy or for little mercy. Okay.
Especially you, Mestre Ekawa.
Oh my god, how did he pronounce that?
Do not flatter me with Valian titles. You are distracted with your newcomer and wish me gone. But I will not go far, Governor Clario.
Clario.
Grade. As for you, stranger, let us speak at my estate. We'll discuss your predicament.
You're probably in league with the damn pirates. You have a face to remember. Okay, so seek out a means of repairing your ship. Okay, quest, helping hands. Seek out a means of, okay, so Governor Clario invited you to meet with him inside his estate at port. Yeah, okay. Well, we need to wander around here first, right? Can we talk to any of these people? They're all leaving. I want to talk. Where y'all going? You're all leaving. You did. You all left a map. How are you? Nope, you're not gonna let me speak to any of them. Okay, so there are a few people still here. Captain, the dear wedding captain, are you?
You have to do something. Any of us could be
Don't
next.
tell me you're here to complain too.
The guardsman covers his face with his hand, groaning.
The virus. Are they recruiting right off of the docks? You would think the Juana were storming the Kraken's Eye as we speak.
Actually, I would like to complain. You're being very rude. What's going on?
The fight, Mestra. One of the Juana women attacked a merchant. He has come out the worst for it.
He jerks a thumb toward the nearby door. Okay.
Now every nationale in town wets himself in terror of losing his coin to the Aumaua. We would bring in the thief, but Clario would not have us march into the village and defend Ikawa. Much longer, and I do not think any of us will have a choice in the matter.
So this is Captain.
If you wanted the details of it, speak to Rinko himself. He will delight in telling you the tale.
Darmo makes a sharp, frustrated hand gesture and turns away. You have to do something.
I cannot imagine who might wish to harm you, Mestre.
I mean to take this matter directly to the governor. Well, look at all the booze bottles sitting out here, right? I can't remember if we can steal from these places or not.
Leave it.
Rum. You're taking all your stuff here, poultry. Frock coat and a hat. They're not worth anything. Armor ranking 3, recovery time 0.
Sure.
Sorry, we're just poking around here. Alright, we got someone in there we need to talk to, so let's talk to you first. You are Tori?
Mama brings me stuff from her work sometimes. Real old stuff.
Oh, we got something here to read. Okay. This chart appears to outline some kind of mining operation. Numbers in the nearby ledger seem to allude to volume, though precisely what isn't clear. And then there was this. Ah, this, it does let you know if you're stealing. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Aha, this is considered stealing. So I can take all that other stuff but not this.
Sure.
Maybe because people are here and they can see me, right?
Tori, is that you? Wait, who are you?
The figure in the bed is a young Balian man. The first thing you notice is that he seems to have been severely beaten. One eye is nearly swollen shut, and where his skin is rebuilt, it is a patchwork of livid bruises. He groans and winces as he props himself up, glaring up at you with one good eye. His face does look pretty mangled.
I know exactly how he feels. And I beat up a lot of folks just the same way.
Eater.
What is this? Why is one of the godlike in my house?
Ouch, nice shiner.
Ah, hell take you. I get enough of this from the nationale I work with.
He falls back against the mattress, grumbling. light-hearted. The faint trace of a smile forms on Eater's lips. Hail. Hail is a colloquial term used for the beyond an Ader, okay? For a nosy person.
These Juana. They are an unreasonable people. I was enjoying a night of cards when one of them attacked me, out of nowhere.
Oh, really? Maybe you were cheating or something.
I had not spoken a word to her. The mad devil. Look what she did to me. My ear.
He turns his head and you see that there is a scabbed over notch where a chunk of flesh has been torn away from his left ear. What, did she bite you or something?
When the fighting is over, she takes my coin purse and strides away, bold as anything.
Yeah, you should always ditch the jewelry before a fight. Oh. Yeah.
I was deep into my cups. It was not a fair contest to begin with. The governor lets the Juana do as they please, and this is the result. I should be out there, helping to find our people. My wife, Zenetta, she is out there, and
He gestures feebly with an arm, grimacing.
Listen, I am without other means. She took my coin purse, my wages. How am I to pay the governor? How am I to feed my son?
His already bruised purple face redens further.
That woman should be in the stocks. The guards do nothing. But you've heard me out at least. Do me the kindness of retrieving that coin purse, and I will give you what I can spare.
Maybe I can reason with this woman. Where should I stand? Where should I start? I'm always up for a good fight.
They call her Mokeha. I imagine she is back in her village, feeling proud of herself, no doubt. Follow the road as it bends north, then west. You can't miss it. A pile of sticks and straw.
With that, he sags back against the mattress, clearly exhausted. Okay, so I have a quest. If I were to kill you, then I could take everything, right? Nah. Oh, books. Animancy in the Modern Age. They had these before. Animancy is a science both respected and reviled, sometimes by the same person. For all the research done on the topic, we still know so little. Control over life itself, something animancers have been working toward for hundreds of years. There are no real records of how the practice of animancy was first discovered, but once the spark of knowledge ignited, there was no stopping its inevitable discoveries, and that is very true. In 2260 AI, animancers, as a result of their extensive research, successfully contained and transferred a soul. The subject of the experiment, whose name is unknown, was young and wealthy but infirm. The idea was to move his soul from the dying body and into that of a recently deceased man who had suffered an accident. The new body, bearing only slight decay, would house the soul, giving the man a much better life. The outcome of this experiment resulted in the condemnation and outlaw of animancy in the Idarian Empire. Again, while we have no true records of what happened, as they were all destroyed after animancy was outlawed, a journal was discovered, a makeshift confession by one of the participants. Excerpts from that journal follow. It is done, and the gods forgive us for our arrogance. I am not sure what I was expecting, certainly not that. But what did any of us expect? Still, behind the revulsion there is a sense of pride, something I can't deny. All the research, the studying, everything we worked for, we thought we'd change the world. How it's changed. All was in one place, the twisted form lying on the table next to its new vessel. The equipment had been prepared, the tincture and potions all carefully crafted, every detail painstakingly organized to ensure success. We most assuredly succeeded. The procedure went exactly as it should. The soul, extracted from the old body, held, bound in place to prevent it from moving on, and then the next step, transferred to the fresh vessel. It was beautiful and terrifying. I listened as they spoke the words of binding. I watched the soul move, not the soul itself, of course, but the vapor we used to detect it as it lowered into the vessel. A gentle luminance covered the body, and then nothing. Silence. Darkness. I held my breath, afraid that even the slightest disturbance would destroy all our hard work. Then motion. Then, dear gods. Then, blood. How did I survive? I do not know. The vessel rose from the slab, and the room breathed. Every person crowded around the table exhaled. Some cheered. We had made life from death. We had become eternal. The body closed its eyes and lifted and tilted its head, looking for all purposes to be listening for something, or to it. Then its eyes popped open, and it moved its lips. Its lips peeled back from its teeth in a horrible expression of fury. It fell on the nearest man, tearing his throat, knocking him to the ground. And then the room erupted into screams, shouts, and a flurry of bodies running, pushing, doing everything in their power to get away from the creature sitting on their colleague. But right before that happened, in the split second before the chaos, when there was nothing in the air but a stunned, terrified silence, I heard it, sitting there on his chest, base at his neck, and it was festering. Base at his neck, and it was feasting. Oh, not festering, it was feasting. Ooh, man, that's gruesome. So they kind of made a zombie, right? Conflict and unexpected alliance. In 2652, everything started to deteriorate. It was uncovered that a number of ruin sites had been looted, and all signs pointed to the Adarians breaking the treaty. Glanfathians held off judgment for it as long as they could, but when the evidence became overwhelming, they retaliated with all the strength they could muster. Rigged once again took up the mantle of leadership and led his people against the Adarians. Instead of Basin Edwang, Hadrit again, this time Rigged, crossed swords with Admeth Hadrit, Enricted's son. Admeth proved to be just as, if not more capable than his father, and used a tactic no Glanfathian expected. In order to clear out the battlefield and ensure there would be no place for troops to hide, Admeth set the entire forest on fire near the Issyk Ur River and blocked all retreating forces with his army. While some escaped the slaughter, most of the Glanfathian troops died. Reged was captured in the mayhem and transferred to New Hamor for holding, while many more battles occurred, some of which resulted in Admeth using the same tactic. The Glanfathian forces were now disorganized and had lost their resolve. They were easily routed, and by the end of that same year, the War of the Black Trees, as it is now known, was over. I kind of remember that the War of the Black Trees. In order to again repair relations between the two groups, Admeth introduced new laws restricting the taking of new slaves from Erglafin. The laws also gave Glanfathians the opportunity to buy their fellows out of bondage. While not entirely happy with the prospect of having to buy their countrymen who had already been free, the Glanfathians took the gesture as the goodwill it was, and ceased their hostilities again. 7 years passed with the Deerwood under Admeth's rule. The Glanfathians felt, for the first time, that true peace could return to their land. This peace led to what is likely the biggest treaty negotiation between Erglafin and the Deerwood in its history. Admeth set into place the 10 Years Treaties, so named because it had been 10 years since the War of Black Trees. A timeline was set, and at the end of it, all Glanfathian slaves had to be released. The citizens of Erglafin watched the Deerwood with a cautious hope. With the extended peace between the two people and these new treaties, they truly hoped conflict was a thing of the past. In 2605, Galvin Medru, an Elven woman who had taken over for Reged, brought news to Adamith. Some Deridian people were found taking artifacts from one of the tombs. Initial investigation uncovered several more that had already been plundered. As they seemed to be isolated incidences and it had been stopped early, Medra did not want a war to start again after so long being at peace. Admith was grateful for this courtesy and wasted no time tracking down who was responsible. Meda gave Admith use of her, what is this, Brishman mind hunters, and with their help found evidence pointing directly back to the, oh my god, Birakin. Admith and Med are now jointly aligned against the Adarian. Used everything at their disposal to prevent the Burkung's agents from getting into the ruins. These names. In 2668 AI, when Admith declared independence from Adir to create the free Palantinate of Deerwood, the Glampanthians stood behind him, offering their support and troops. While the war didn't affect the Glampanthian people directly, there were casualties. In the end, the Deerwoodian people became free, and the bond between the two people was strengthened through their shared suffering. Admeth became the beloved as ruler of the Deerwood, known and respected by Deerwoodians and Glampanthians alike. I know these books come in somewhere to play somewhere. Okay. More books?
Why not?
No, but it's rum. We'll take your rum. Okay. So we got one quest from one house. We are meant to feel safe? What a laugh. And we are meant to feel safe. Things were better in the republics. Well, then go back.
Sientere. But if you have something to report, you'll have to take it to the commander. I've been asked to keep watch over this house. As if anyone would bother with this Pazzo.
Pazzo? For... alien term for the penis in a... Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you're calling him a dickhead, huh? You have a face to remember. Well, I'm sure I do. I feel for Sabia. No amount of coin. I wonder if the Dukes regard...
What
These principi grow too bold. I'll get to all that down there. Are you stopping? The dock worker. Okay. What is this? Governor. Okay, this is his estate.
Leave it to me.
What do you have sitting out here? Water. Thought I saw something in the backpack here. I did. Okay. And this is agate. We'll take the agate. Okay, what's on the other side of your house? Anything? Probably nothing. Okay, there's the gel. Speak to the governor. Maybe he can help us get some repairs done. Who are you? Clario awaits you inside.
Sure.
A single day of rest in the jungle will reclaim this house. So we got striper, tea, and rice. Okay.
Leave it to me.
We have hardtack. Okay. Nestled between the empty dishes and casks are an array of strong-smelling spices. You must be the cook. A good day to you. Okay. And this is a roe and eggs. Stealing. So we can take everything else, but we can't take the rum. Really? Must be very valuable to you. Probably use it for cooking or something. This painting of a wooded glade is signed Lucia Clario. Okay, so you have somebody in your family who thinks that they're a painter. A worn dog-eared primer on the Hanu language.
That order's too tall.
You can't disclose it? No. Okay.
Temporary.
I have lockpick cost 1.
Good, huh? Got it.
Oh. Padded armor. Oh, that's light armor. You let me take that.
Sure.
Oh, this is considered stealing, but there's nobody watching us, right? Let me save. As long as no one sees us, we can steal? Okay. Can we go up the stairs? No, we cannot. Actually, it's cordoned off. All right. I should have taken the... is this the governor? No, oh, it's the mayor. It's the guard. Murda is hot in this thing. I'm sure it is. Oh, that's all stealing. Figured it would be.
No sweat.
Lockpick, take 1. It's not gonna let me steal it anyway, right? Oh, so you're the painter, Lucia? It sounds as if you had a narrow escape. The pirates have been bold of late. Well, then how come you haven't done anything about it? A long and excruciatingly detailed list of running accounts from local vendors to visiting supply merchants. Okay, let's talk to the governor, Clario.
Ah, yes, there you are. As governor and under the auspices of the Valiant Trading Company, please allow me to officially welcome you to Port Maje.
He spreads his hands in a subdued flourish.
Quite the event, receiving one of the godlike in our little town. Perhaps it will take the people's minds off recent events. Apologies for that little drama outside. These are confusing times, and people often react poorly to uncertainty. Between the storm, the pirates, and the, well, certain strange events, we are all a little on edge.
Are you talking about the walking statue? He spreads his hands in an apologetic gesture. That's alright, never fit in much where I came from. Yeah.
Interesting. Is that why you came? This may be a Valiant Trading Company outpost, but I welcome settlers willing to work.
I'm tracking down Aelithis for the goddess Barath. The governor regards you silently for a few moments. After an uncomfortably long while, you realize he's been waiting for you to laugh. Oh, okay. Chuckle.
Yes, a task for the clergy, perhaps.
He considers you for a moment, brows furrowing, then seems to dismiss the matter, so he does want a
Now,
gleaming.
to the matter of your ship. You're stranded, are you? It was a rough landing by all reports. Unfortunately, our own ships are in no condition to sail. We've had dealings with the pirates ourselves. They've taken their share of supply ships. The storm saw to those berthed in the harbor.
Oh, yeah.
All that said, I believe I may have a solution, provided you're willing to help me in return.
I figured there was going to be a tit for tat here. I'm the Lady of Cadnua. Couldn't I owe you a favor? I'd be happy to help any way I can. I got it. Things are falling apart and you need me to save you. What could I do for you? I just got here.
Indeed. Which means I can spare you, whereas I cannot spare the guards.
Okay.
I have the guards on the lookout for pirate vessels looking to take advantage of whatever damage the storm caused. We've cannons enough to see them off, but I need every man ready to use them. There is a site of some considerable value elsewhere on the island. A value to the trading company, you understand. In point of fact, it's the very reason any of us are here.
You do say, okay.
You're familiar with the luminous Adra trade?
I'm a watcher. I've dealt with Adra before. Yeah.
Are you indeed? How very interesting.
For a moment, Clario appears entirely distracted from his point, regarding you with an uncomfortably intense degree of interest.
Do you know, they'd have a great deal of interest in speaking with you at headquarters. Something to consider.
He finally breaks from his musings and flaps a hand to dismiss the subject. So you want to kidnap me, do you?
Well, luminous Adra is to Adra what a fine wine is to, well, never mind that. The point is that it is a particularly potent material, suffused with essence, and it is only found right here in the Deadfire archipelago. It's also quite valuable. When refined, it sells for considerable sums. The trading company has invested a lot of time and money into locating sites suitable for mining and processing.
But I thought mining Adra was against your treaty with the Arglathians, something like that. Wait, you mean you're trading in souls?
That's a colorful way of putting it. Energy, really, is more apt. It's not quite a matter of digging up the spirit of your old grandmother.
Clario lets out a short, breathy laugh, shaking his head slightly. But they are souls, those souls trapped in the Adra.
We, and I hope you understand that these matters require some discretion, have one such outpost on the other side of the island. A successful venture up until very recently. We sought to improve the refinement process. To that end, we hired some of the brightest minds in the field of animancy and brought them out here to lend their expertise.
Okay.
And then one evening, a storm rolls in out of nowhere, and my scouts begin to report that the giant has marched its way across the island towards my dig site.
Oh.
What am I to make of that?
He's going for the souls in the Adra.
We haven't heard from Mestre Odorisi since, nor any of his assistants, or the workers. I must know what has happened. If his work is lost, then everything that we have worked for is at risk. You say you are hunting this thing. Well, that is where it went. You need a ship? I need information. Do this for me, and I will set half the town to work on freeing your vessel.
And if I find this Odorisia?
Why, take his report on the situation and remind him that he's under certain contractual obligations. And relay my deep relief at his good health, of course.
Do you have an idea what might have happened?
The Huana storm speakers should have kept the worst of the weather at bay. I can't imagine what else might have happened. There are wild beasts on the island, but they wouldn't have attacked an active dig site.
Eotis is out there stomping across the island and you're worried about some research?
Well, if Eotis happens to strike down the council, perhaps then I will have time to spare for him.
Clario lets out a sharp breath, evidently flustered by his own outburst.
Please do not repeat that. We each have our debts. Whatever you believe is going on, you can see it for yourself. That is precisely what I want.
Fine, if it gets me off this island.
Gillard, then we are agreed. I will assign men to keep watch over your ship. You will find the dig site on the eastern side of the island. I'll mark it on your map here.
Keep an eye on my ship. That means you're going to commandeer it if I don't come back.
One more thing. If you should recover Odoris's notes, know that they would be of great value to me.
Okay. I don't know what to make of these stories. A behemoth striding across the land? Yeah, it's a behemoth, all right. Came up from underneath my villa. Yeah. You should have seen it when it came out. So we have a jail up here. I'm just gonna go around in a circle. Can we talk to you? It doesn't look like we can.
Why not?
We got logger and a pry bar. Okay, this takes us out. Now, if I remember right, you have to do these to open up different areas of the map. Yeah, tutorials. The world map. Okay. Yeah, otherwise you won't be able to open them up. Let's get these out of here. Reputation. Press the button in the lower center of the screen or use the C key to bring up the characters sheet. Select the Reputation tab to view your character's earned faction and community reputations. Okay. While on a city map, you can select shop to use the port shop and resupply your ship. Okay. Port shop. Items. Or inns. Inns serve multiple purposes and can be found throughout the Deadfire. At any inn, you can access a store, rent a room, recruit adventurers and crew members, retrain characters, and manage your party. Certain rooms will give a resting bonus that applies to the entire party and lasts until your party rests again. Recruiting an adventurer goes through the full character creation process. The cost of the adventurer increases with the level you recruit them at. I think I remember this from before. Training a character resets them to level 1 and allows you to go through any level ups they had accumulated. Okay, so I do remember this store. Retrain character. Oh, okay. Party management roster.
Something I said?
No, sorry. Okay. But can I sell anything here? Oh, yes I can. But I don't know what I need right now. I know I want to keep all my ingredients. Oh, when did I get these traps? This is clothing. I don't think I need this. Because they have no... Oh, it's got the captain's eye on it, but I can't... Oh, no, okay. Simple clothing. We don't need 2 of those, do we? Just like that. Okay, so we're going to trade. All right. I don't think they have anything here that I need. Hognose, Hull Breaker. Medical supplies. Repair supplies. Cannon shot. All right, before we had camping equipment that we could buy. So that's, or on foot. Okay, leave town on foot. Interesting. All right, so my character, reputations, here we go. The Watcher's reputations and dispositions are displayed on the reputation wheel. The Companion's reputation wheel displays their reputations with other party members and any bases they might have. So he's got animal cruelty? Wow, Eater has a negative reaction to people who are, cruel or callous towards animals. Okay. Okay, well that makes sense because he belongs, okay, anti-lead and key, yeah, he would be that. Animal kindness, Eater appreciates kindness. Light-hearted, Eater appreciates jokes and levity in life, even in the darkest of times. Lead and key, Eater distrusts the lead and key and those who, I don't blame for that. Traditional, Eater respects and enjoys cultural traditions and believes they are worthwhile. What about me? Children of the Dawn Stars, not to be confused with supernatural manifestations of Aothis. The Children of the Dawn Stars are Redisirian followers of Aothis who have traveled to the Deadfire as migrant workers in the decades following the Saints' War. Lacking colonies of their own, Dawn Stars can often be found in the employ of the Valalian Trading Company or Royal Deadfire Company. Relationship, Karen, ouch. Nice shiner. Okay. Disposition, stoic. Disposition, shady. Okay. Rational. Passionate. Honest. Diplomatic. Cruel. Clever. Benevolent. And aggressive. I don't know what any of that means, but okay. So let's go into this gel here.
Nothing without more gods.
This is Sabia.
Yes? What is it I can do for you?
The watch commander looks up at you after her listless greeting, and you notice that she has a dark bruise under one eye. She grimaces, but does not turn away. So you got beat up too, huh? How are things here? I don't see any guards around.
We are stretched thin. The Storm Speaker did much to help, but much of the town has flooded. Now we are awash in homeless citizens and stranded merchants, to say nothing of the cultists out there.
The cultists? Storm Speakers are a special type of chanter found among the Hanu. Storm Speakers are especially attuned to the forces of weather. Storm Speakers traditionally serve tribes settling on unexplored or especially remote islands, offering protection during the period of transition.
Now I have Ilari's people making trouble up on Gorechi Street. His little gang is looting everything they can get their hands on, and the Botso kicks up his heels like a prince.
For his penis, okay.
Lucky for you that I'm around. I humbly offer my services. Let me out and I will bring you this Ilari's teeth.
That's a rum-dum rigger?
Shut it, Rigere.
Majeri. Okay.
Something you wanted?
How are things here in the port?
We lost no one to the storm, but many homes have been damaged, and the people are terrified of this giant the scouts reported. It is chaos, pure and simple, but things might have been far worse.
So what happened to you?
What happened? I showed the drunken fool more patience and respect than he deserved, and he struck me without warning.
Ah.
Sientere, Savia. You know that I was aiming for Darmo's pretty face.
Well, I could go speak to this Laria.
Pue, I cannot say it would not be welcome, but you are only recently arrived, and not I here by choice. Why do this?
I lost a lot to the storm myself. I want to help. Seems only sensible to be on good terms with the commander. Seems like a good chance to crack some skulls. Iltis is responsible for all this. I've had enough of the gods ending people's lives whenever they feel like it. Seems only sensible to be on good terms with the commander.
And you are a sensible woman, I see. Fair enough. Gorechi Street is in the western part of town. Just walk until you hit water. We don't need a bloodbath. I'm sure there's a peaceful solution to resolve this. I'd appreciate your looking for it.
Okay, will do. Oh, I leveled up. Can we speak to him in there?
Ado, stranger. Or is it captain? You have the carriage of a captain. A noble bearing all around.
The man in the sill wobbles slightly as he steps forward, fixing an eager smile and glassy gaze upon you.
Apretta, you must free me. I am a creature of the sea. I am not meant for this dark place. I will dry and wither like a landed fish.
What did you do to end up in here?
I did no one any harm. I am at the Kraken's eyes so often Thorol should pay me. I sample every bottle for quality. My loyalty has given him heirs. I would have paid what I owed in time, had I the coin.
Well, then why were you playing? Or buying booze if you didn't have the money?
You walked out on a tab, Rigere. Nothing to boast of. And then you crawled up to the governor's estate, pissed on the steps, and resisted arrest.
Well, I do not remember that at all. Right on the steps? I am sorry for the last. I tell you, Savia, I cannot help my magnificent reflexes. You were being very grabby.
Do you know your way around a ship?
Do I know ships? She asks. I know every vessel on these waters. Everyone from the galleon to the every one of them.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
You have enemies? These fists will drive them into the waiting arms of the sea goddess.
He clenches his fist, raising them above his head for emphasis. I could use you on my crew. What do you need me to do?
You see how fate has brought us together? The ice-hearted guard. She has set my fine at 400 pyres. I have none. I flounder here until the debt is paid.
Any suggestions on how to get you out of there?
A matter of coin. 400 beautiful coins. That or the key, yes? The door is the thing.
Regger leans in to wrap his fingers around the bars of his cell, rattling them to no effect. He sets his forehead to the bars, sighing.
The commander, she guards the keys like a jealous wife. It would take steady hands to slip it from her pocket. That is, if you have need of keys at all.
He turns a finger in small circles by the lock and winks clumsily at you.
You think me idle to ask this of you and do nothing? I have scratched, madam, a little mortar from beneath the bars at the window at every chance. The stonework, it is very strong. I can do nothing by hand. With tools, perhaps. With Explosives, for certain. Norgund, in the Kraken's eye, he carries many such useful items, all for legitimate use, of course. Animancers, they love explosives.
He raises his eyebrows and grins toothily. Okay. Alright, so I've leveled up again. So, looks like I might need some... I don't have explosives or athletics. I think I better put in athletics. And for my passive, I don't have any survival either. Maybe diplomacy, since I'm going to be getting some of my people out of shit, right? Oh, so this is leveled up now. Okay, so I can do mirrored image. Smoke Bell. The rogue creates a small cloud of smoke that hides their presence for a short time. Blinding Strike. A dirty attack that makes the opponent unable to see, blinding the target. Or I can do passive. 2-weapon style. Specialized training increases the character's action speed while using a weapon in each hand. Dirty Fighting. These are all passive. You only get one. Oh, you get two. I've got two. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go with 2-weapon style. And creates a duplicates of the caster to distract enemies, gaining a high deflection bonus, which is reduced with each hit taken. That is interesting. I've never done that one. Or Smoke Veil. The rogue creates a small cloud of smoke that hides their presence for a short time. Or Blinding Strike. Full attack. Let's do that one. So we got 2 weapon style and athletics abilities. Okay. And then you. So. I don't know if you need stealth, but it probably wouldn't hurt. No. Athletics is very important for you. Ooh, which one of these is their health? Survival is health? Streetwise. Intimidate. Bluff. All but the most honest adventurers find it useful to stretch the truth on occasion. I don't see him that way. He could use some insight, though. It's used to emphasize when someone and understand their underlying emotions and motivations. Is that important for him, though? Alright, so then we can give him fighter stance. The fighter trains in the ability to adopt specialized fighting stances. Each stance excels at handling a different aspect of combat or into the fray. The fighter lunges through the battle, pulling his enemy into immediate melee range, causing crush damage and leaving them dazed. Wow, that's pretty good. Two-handed style. Well, he's not two-handed, he's a shield. Weapon and shield. Equipped, they're both the same. Determination. The fighter gains bonus defense against intellect, perception, and constitution. Or one-handed style. Confident aim. Steadies the fighter's arm, allowing them to convert grazes to hits on any attack made with a proficient weapon. I think we're going to do the weapon and shield. And then into the fray. All right. This is totally different.
Sure.
And then there. Oh, I didn't see I could get into this one, huh? What's in here? A padded cap.
Keeping out of trouble? A little jest. What is it?
Any chance you'll lower Rigger's fine?
Ecosi, why should I do that? To show my appreciation for his aim? Rigger is a drunk and a fool. Do not trouble yourself on his behalf. Something you wanted?
So I have 400? How much money do I actually have? I have 772. We'll come back to you, okay? Actually, what is his journal? Task. The drunk sailor. Will free him if the fine is paid. Unfortunately, it is racked up to a fine of 400. The merchant on the upper floor of the Kraken's Eye trades in the kind of items I might need to break burning bridges. Okay. Restoring order. Travel to located. Okay. I will be back for you. Did you sober up a little on that gel? Oh, here's where I could free him. But if I do that, isn't it going to make people mad at me, right? A small barred window is set into the wall here, looking in on the sill inside the building.
A spy, no doubt about it.
Quite the dramatic entrance for a spy.
Royal Deadfire Company works with all types.
On a Deerwood ship, they don't have the imagination.
Okay, you guys think I'm a spy, do you? I did not sign up for this. You didn't say anything. The humidity. Did not sign up for this. Okay. So y'all think I'm a spy. You got a name on you.
Ado, begging your pardon for the mess, miss. We are still recovering from the storm. We have supplies here for the paying customer. Provisions for the road, perhaps?
Well, let me see what you have.
Have a look.
I know eventually I'm going to need some of this stuff, I'm sure. Battle-worn Grimoire. No. What is it? Okay. It's for when we get a mage, which we don't have, or a wizard, or whatever. Repair supplies. How many of these do I need? That's something I guess we're going to find out eventually, right? The Deridian Captain, are you here to stay? Repair supplies. I just found some right there. Why should I pay you for it, right? Most of the postings offer various goods for trade, though you spy at least one crude drawing of what may be the governor.
Fresh fish!
Why not?
Nothing in there. God.
Race you to the coral. No contest. What? Just webbed fingers and I can't swim? You are a
many
strange
fish here to trade. I caught them myself.
The Amana grins proudly. Let me see what you have. Okay. You have a face to remember. I keep being told that. The traders whine and cry. Do they forget how to hunt? Yeah. That's true. Sailor doesn't want to talk to me. I wonder if the Dukes regret their investments here. The storms here are nothing compared to back home. Okay. We're just walking around. I think we've got the middle to do yet. We haven't been here. That's the market. This is the Kraken's Eye, was where we need to go. Let's go to the market first. I forgot to put the F on.
Leave it to me.
Oops, stealing because someone's watching us, I guess. Rinko is in a bad way. Have you visited him? Yes, I have.
Here you find civilization, Aimika. But outside these walls, the jungle will eat you alive.
Oh, really?
That is, unless you prepare yourself, ne?
Show me what you have for sale.
A wise and prudent decision.
Positions build. I don't know what I'm going to need, so... Alright, so there isn't anything really here. It's just the market. Okay. So many mouths to feed. How do the Bellions do it? These Principi grow too bold. Where are the... Alright, so let's go down here. Oop.
Sure.
The wagon holds only a few boxes and scattered garments.
It's not right. I came here on the first ship. Why does an islander get paid the same as I?
They're bigger than you, and they haul cargo without whining about it.
It's not right.
Well, quit whining then. Go too bold. We keep hearing that. Okay, these are dock workers. Lots of dock workers. Okay, I think that's what these all are.
Why not?
None of them have names.
You think it's smart, giving the Juan all these guns?
Why not?
Well, just... they might use them?
On each other, most likely.
So they gave him guns, did they? Interesting. Seems a little odd. Why aren't you guys picking up the trash in the water? Okay, so we have two ways in. One up here at the top, the upper floor, and then we have the lower floor. Okay, reminds me of the inn from the first one where we met Aloth. Are we going to find Aloth here again? I doubt it. I think Edith's probably the only one. Don't want anything to say? Did you see the giant? Last thing we needed is monsters like that walking around. I agree. You should see what he did in my house.
Leave it to me.
Oh, it's all stealing. I don't remember there being stealing in the first game. Here's to the lot of us stranded on this damn island. I know what you mean. Those dawn stars mark think everything is Aelt is doing, as if he troubled himself. Well, it really is his doing. Okay.
What do we do if there are no more ships?
Die of starvation or disease.
But so. I hate talking to you.
Alright. No one has anything to say. Another sailor. Do you know the story about the Kraken's eye? Okay, what's in here? It's a small little place. Anybody with a name? You got a name. The rest of you are just commoners. How do we get in there to talk to you? Oh, here we go. Back here. Oh, we got something here. Nope, that's just stealing. Sorry. I'm sure this will all be stealing too. Yep. Alright, Doyle?
Sorry, we haven't any rooms for you.
The rather large man behind the counter glances your way, smiling grimly.
Guessing you're the one came in off that shipwreck down south. Not sure if that's good luck or bad, but here, I figure you deserve a drink.
He slides a murky pint of ale across the counter towards you. You have gained an item ingredient ale. The item was put into your stash. Well, how can you tell?
On account of you haven't got a gaggle of children trailing after you to ask impolite questions, means word hasn't got around.
Okay, that's for godlike. Okay. What's this about the rooms?
We're full up. You aren't the first outsider to turn up looking for a place to stay after their ride off the island ended up at the bottom of the sea.
He pauses, fixing you with a considering eye.
Well, tell you what. I've got one room or two have been cleared out by now. Only the occupants decided to outstay his welcome. Real trouble is, he hasn't settled his bill. He's a merchant captain by the name of Galleon. I've given him a fair chance, but he's been a right prick about the whole thing. I've got a spare key here. You chase him and his pals off, and the room's yours. At a discount.
He slides the key across the counter towards you. And what if he won't leave willingly?
Ah, well. He's a prat, but he's not so tough. Smack him around if it comes down to it. But I figure a few sharp words ought to do the trick.
How about you pay me instead? I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it, truly. I'll have someone tidy the place up for you once you're through. Chances are they've spilled ale just about everywhere. I don't want the man dead, and that's not what I'm paying for. Just see him on his way and we'll call it done.
With a final nod, he turns away. I didn't think you wanted him dead. I truly didn't. You just wanted him out of your establishment. Alright, let's go give him a talk. We're good at talking to people, aren't we? Uh-huh. Oh. And that's going to be another episode, because it looks like it is over an hour. So when we come back, we're going to have a little talk, little talkapoo, look around up here, and yeah, I know I'm trying to get you guys all selected. Yeah, it's not that big of an area, but we'll have a talk to him and see what we can do. So if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.